So one of the key things here with our hip thruster, which is one of the most used machines in the plate loaded area, is making sure that you set yourself up the right way. The key things for us is just to make sure that you've got this controlled in the right way. So normally when you come to this machine will be up like this and it's locked away. Put yourself in the right position first. Obviously the key thing is to put the load on if you require load. Now, it's a big if. So this machine itself obviously has a form of load to it already, and those muscles that you're going to be using, for a lot of people, they're already not strong enough, maybe a little bit weak, or they need a little bit more support where load is not required. So the load normally goes onto this plate here. We're not going to put any on because at this present moment, it's more about explaining the exercise and the machine and how to use it properly without pressure. The key thing for us is basically making sure that Tanya's in the right position. Her legs are placed, her feet are placed in the right position on the footprint. Big toe, outside edge of the foot, center of the heel, in line with the knee line. So the heel here in line with the knee in line with the hip. Shoulder blades are retracted and sitting back on the pad. Then we've got this little handle here. The key thing is to actually place your hand along the handle itself. The other hand goes on top and you actually pull the yellow button out and you bring it down and you can lock yourself into the right position. Tanya will now slide herself up and into the right position, lifting her hips. Shoulder blades are down and back. Your head can lay back if you're comfortable with it. You don't have to lay back. It's completely up to you, but your shoulder blades are down and back. Remember, you're using the hips, the pelvis, the inner thighs and the glutes. They're your stabilizers coming through to support this movement. The key thing here is this little safety latch. This safety latch comes across here and it actually keeps you from the machine coming right down too low for you. And this is the most important part of this machine. If you've got heavy load on and you're unable to lock this, then the load's way too much. So you don't want to put yourself in that position. You want to make sure you're safe. Now Tanya will now grab a hold of this little yellow latch, pull it back and pull it in, and we're ready to perform the exercise. So squeezing up, remember it's just patience. Your eyes can look forward and diagonally up towards the ceiling. The inner thighs are pulling together like magnets, and even though it's a hip thruster, make sure that you're actually really using your inside thighs, pulling them together without closing your knee joints and bringing your knees together. Make sure your feet are in the right position and your feet aren't turning out. Always think about the positioning of every part of your body, even the areas you're not using at the moment. Your shoulder blades, they're down and back. Think about being patient and think about being safe. Now Tanya's going to perform another 4 reps for us. She's really working hard, and as you can see, there's no load. So is load really required to that extent? Yes, you can use it as long as you can lift it. Well done, Tanya. And she's going to bring it up and we're going to lock it back. There's your safety mechanism, and you can come down, you can unclip, you can place it up, and you can bring yourself out slowly. And remember, the exercise isn't complete until you're on the mat.